visit our circuit clerk, Lisa McSwain, today and talk to her about her re-election campaign. Lisa McSwain, I didn't expect to see you at the front desk.
Hello there.
This was a coincidence. So I think people are familiar with this area where they come and pay, but I'm wondering if you could explain to me exactly what a circuit clerk does.
Well, you're at the front counter, which is where a lot happens. People will come here if they want to pay a traffic ticket, or if they need to file something, if they need to file something for small claims or domestic civil, or any kind of paperwork that they need to file in their
And so
case.
you've probably got your best customer service people up front, right?
Well, yeah. It's Haley and Jessica.
Right. Can I come back here and see what else goes on? Because
Come on
this
back.
office seems like it goes on forever. Your term is 6 years. You're freshly qualified for re-election. I don't think people grasp what you do. I mean, it's a big job being the circuit clerk, isn't it?
It is. It encompasses a lot more probably than anyone realizes, or that I even realized before taking the job in 2013. Okay, so we have some out because, of course, it's flu season, so we have
Oh, great.
some
That's
that are
good for me
not
to know.
here. But this would be Vanessa. She does our traffic.
One
It's
flu victim, not
extremely
here.
busy. Yeah,
Okay.
she's out. Amy, she's sick too, but she's going to the doctor, and she handles our misdemeanor cases. And then Sherry handles district civil and circuit civil.
She must be important because she has a window seat.
And Debbie, she does our criminal bookkeeping and magistrate duties and passport duties and a little bit of everything else.
And whatever.
Anything that is filed in the court system is here in the clerk's office. That goes from a traffic ticket to a murder case. So we deal with all different aspects of the court system. We also deal with the jurors. If you receive a juror summons, we handle all the information regarding jurors and process the jurors in and make sure they get paid. We also do passports here in the office. And then Crystal, we miss Crystal, but there's Amy.
Amy's not
Wave,
sick.
Amy. Hi.
She's not sick. She's back.
She's back. And Lisa does our civil bookkeeping and passports and magistrate duties and
So
whatever.
if I wanted
else.
a passport, this is where I would come, right here.
You would. Well, back to
here.
the front counter, yeah. And Susie, who's retired and has come back to assist in whatever capacity necessary.
Her glasses matches her top. That's important.
We do absentee voting here in the office. So there's a lot that goes on. Also, we, in taking payments and so forth for court costs and fines, we process about $8 million a year in payments of various kind, maybe for a traffic ticket, or it may be for a filing, or it may be restitution. But there's a lot of monies that are processed through the court system as well.
Okay, how about this room? This vault full of books. What's happening in there?
Well, this is part of our archives that we have here. And then, of course, we keep our financial.
And so your job basically is to keep track of every court proceeding, every record that you can
Yes.
imagine that comes through the courthouse, basically, except for the
Yes.
tax and revenue
And we
department,
do,
right?
exhibits for appeals. We keep those. We have another vault section that we keep those as well. So,
Gotcha.
yeah,
And
we're
then
in
you've got
charge
this
of-
whole other area over here.
Yeah, we have a lot of areas.
And so you're running for re-election so that you can still be in charge of it for another 6 years. Tell me about some of your accomplishments that, from your perspective, over the last 6 years.
Well, right after taking office, and even before so, kind of had made preparations to consolidate the two offices, because when before coming into the office, the district and circuit clerk's offices were separate. We had district on the second floor and circuit on the third, and I knew that because of budget cuts and everything, we weren't going to be able to continue to add any more employees. So if anything, we were going to be not able to replace any when they retired. So we made the decision to consolidate the offices, and did that probably I took office in January and probably had that completed maybe in March of 2013. And that was with the assistance of the county commission, which was very accommodating. And so we moved everyone upstairs and began to cross-train. And it was kind of interesting because I think the circuit clerk's office thought that they did most of the work, and the district clerks thought they did most of the work. So then they got all together and realized that they both worked very hard.
And what happens over here?
Joan, she does our district criminal. Had to think about that. And Leanne, child support. Ashley does our circuit criminal.
It just gets more serious the deeper we go.
And then Terry, she's our domestic relations. She's working. And Lindsay is our juvenile clerk.
They never look up, do they?
Well, they're busy. And began to find out a little bit about what each other did, and it's worked out extremely well.
So you took a bad budget situation and improved it by being efficient, it sounds like.
Well, that's what we did, and like I said, it's worked extremely well, and everyone has worked well together to learn a little bit about what each other does, and been able to step in when someone's out, or just to fill in whatever capacity is necessary.
How about that?
We are actually almost, this is what you see here is what we have left, the yellow files left to scan in, and we will be completely have everything electronically filed into our system.
And this goes back into time, how far?
Well, the juvenile cases, if they're 25 years or older, we probably do not have those anymore. But everything else, domestic, child support, criminal, everything has been scanned in. And that's been since I've been here. We've hauled about 16 dump truck loads off that we've scanned in since I've gotten here, since 2013.
In your next 6 years, assuming you're reelected, what are your plans? What do you see this office doing?
We want to continue to run efficiently and effectively. But, also, like I told you earlier, we had about $8 million that go through the office. I've had 2 perfect audits. So, like I said, I want to continue to maintain that as well, because that's very important to the citizens. Another push that we've done is trying to recover restitution for our victims through what we have as our cost recovery dockets. Some of the monies that have been owed for many, many years have not been collected, and so we've made a big push for that. And just in the last year, we've collected close to about $400,000 in restitution for our victims to try to get that money back out to them. And I think that's, appreciated, from the community.
It makes sense. Any other final thoughts that potential voters for you need to know about?
Well, like I said, I want to continue to serve the community. I enjoy my job. I love working with the public, and it's just an honor and a privilege to serve as circuit clerk, and I want to continue to maintain that and do the great job for the citizens of Cullman County for the next 6 years, and I'd appreciate their vote and support.